What's going on, ladies and gents? I am here outside of Crossfit Carbondale 24/7, and I am getting ready to go inside and figure out what exactly this whole CrossFit thing is. I've been working out a long time, but this is something that has just come up in recent years, and a lot of people don't know what it is, so I'm going to go inside and try and get some answers. So I just stepped inside of CrossFit Carbondale 24/7, and first and foremost, I have to say that this is a very nice facility. Everybody's already in here working out very intensely. Fortunately, I was able to run into a couple good friends of mine, Miss Celeste Joe Hughes and Antonio Martinez, and they were nice enough to teach me a little bit about CrossFit and the benefits of it. Now, so first and foremost, I have to wonder exactly what is the difference between CrossFit in a normal weightlifting session or a cardio session.
What they are is basically functional movements, and they're the foundation of our program. So these major compound movements translate far better than isolation movements for any type of goal.
One of the biggest differences between CrossFit and a normal workout is the time factor that's involved. During a normal weightlifting session, you can pretty much take all the time you want in between sets, and during cardio, you can pretty much stop whenever you want. But during CrossFit, it's basically non-stop all the way through until the very end.
There's cardio pretty much built within the workout, which increases the intensity, and we all know if you increase the intensity, that equates to results. If you increase the intensity, basically putting a time cap on the workout, then you're going to get better results and have a more effective workout.
One of the things I noticed when I was here at CrossFit Carbondale was the fact that there were many women doing this exercise. In fact, the class I was in was even taught by a woman, and she did a very good job of teaching us. Maybe this is a possible way of bending the gender stereotypes that people often place on women?
Yes, you're absolutely right. In CrossFit, you do see a lot of women that are putting up a good amount of weight, and sometimes are doing more weight than guys. That being said, I just think that the trend of society is becoming more so that strong is the new skinny, as we often see those memes on Facebook and whatnot. I think that women are starting to understand that they can be strong too. And me being a woman myself, nothing is more empowering to me than me doing a workout, a CrossFit WOD, and having that barbell in front of me preloaded with, 200 pounds, and I'm deadlifting. Nothing is more empowering than knowing that I can lift that.
One interesting story Celeste revealed to me earlier was how much her friend could lift. How much is it that she can lift again?
So I have a really good friend that is really good at working out, and her back squat is very impressive. I've seen her in a video do 320 pounds for a back squat, and her form was impeccable. And also her deadlift max, I believe, is at least 350 pounds. And she's a very fit, good-looking woman. She's not, she's in really good shape. She's lean, and she puts up a lot of weight.
During the course of my CrossFit experience, I was actually very amazed at how well I did in the class. I was amazed I was able to catch on to the techniques pretty quickly and execute the workouts very effectively. I thought I was going to struggle mightily and maybe even pass out after the class was over.
I think that you did well. The awesome thing about the workout that you did tonight is we spent a good 20 minutes going over form and technique, which goes against the stigma that CrossFit, it's bad form, and we often injure people, which you saw tonight. The first 20 minutes we spent going over form and technique, and you have pretty good form and technique, and that is the fundamental of, having a good workout.
But I was even more impressed by how Celeste was doing. She was working with amounts of weight that I could never see myself doing right now. For
me, the biggest thing with CrossFit is I want to put on a little bit more muscle. I want to be a little bit stronger. So I don't necessarily want the best time. I definitely am still absolutely pushing myself to get the best time that I can, but not necessarily finish first. So with that being said, today I was doing roughly 100 more pounds in deadlift than the guys, and about 20 more pounds in the push jerk.
So I have to wonder, are the CrossFit Games in either of our futures, Celeste?
Well, I'm very competitive, and I think it would be awesome if I could go to the CrossFit Games. But if you see, those people are machines, and that is definitely, it's motivating to, maybe want to get to that level. But I feel like that might be a little far-fetched for the both of us.
While CrossFit is obviously great for the body, it's actually very good for making friends and establishing a bond with people you've never met before.
That being said, everybody, it's very close knit and almost like family oriented, and everybody's welcomed. It's not like, you're shunned if you're a newcomer. We just welcome everybody with open arms. A lot of sports, you often see the best players or the best athletes, if you will, that have the biggest applauses, have the biggest fan base. But in CrossFit, it's not rare to see the last person who finishes a workout get the biggest claps, or the most people, chanting their name, wanting them to finish that WOD, and WOD I mean workout of the day. And so I really like that aspect about it. You don't really see that. You usually see within society, the best people that are getting the biggest applauses, but in CrossFit it's often the people who are struggling the most that really need that extra push.
So I just stepped out of CrossFit Carbondale and I did a very intense workout. It put me through the meat grinder, but at the same time I feel really good because we did 100 deadlifts, 100 shoulder presses, and 100 box jumps. And the box jumps, that was my favorite workout because I love to jump, especially being a basketball player, so that was fun. The deadlifts were good, gave me a really good back workout, and shoulder presses, I've never really done that before. That's where it kind of starts off as a deadlift and then you hold the bar kind of to your chin, and then you eventually jump up and you press the bar over your head. And of course I had maybe about 35 pounds, but I've seen a lot of CrossFitters doing it with 200 pounds, and I applaud them because that's one of those kinds of workouts where if you're not trained, if you don't have the proper training, it's gonna really do some damage to the joints if you're not taught the proper technique. So I enjoyed it, and I definitely want to get a membership in the near future for sure. I'm definitely going to look on saving the money for it and get myself a membership. And for those who don't know what this is, I suggest you check it out because it's a great workout. It's grueling, but at the same time, it's worth it. So from CrossFit Carbondale 24/7, I'm Sean McKinney. Have a good one, everyone.